Is it easy working for a friend? That's what we're going to talk about next. Do you need a contract or don't you? Friends, friends, friends. We going to talk about it. Oh my God, it's going to be good. Hi, this is Brian Cochran, and welcome to BizHelp 101 Talk. And today's our subject matter is working with friends. And should you or shouldn't you, or how should you? Those are the questions, and I have an answer. And I want to kind of give you a scenario and how to fix it, so that way you too can keep a friendship, as well as have an understanding of how each other does business. I was just recently hired to do an event for, I don't know if you know or not, I have a sound company and I provide sound for events as well as other stuff, but in this particular instance I was doing sound for an event, and before I gave them a quote I would ask them, I need to talk to the bands to find out how much equipment I need to bring, to know, because based upon that I give a quote, so that way I don't lowball myself or charge too much and come up with a formula that everybody wins. And I was going to give her a discount anyway, because again it's a friend, and they could have gone anywhere else in the world, and I want to provide value and at the same time break into this market of where this particular business is. It's virgin territory for me, so I was going to try to expand horizons by going into there, doing a great job. And so I brought some extra help and brought and just got there early, set up early, helped them with some problems and so forth, and just kind of took charge in some areas to help show them what I can do and showcase my talent. And then what happened was, in our negotiations, she said she needed a price. I said, well, I need to talk to the bands. Well, the bands never called, and so I called her back and said, hey, this is what we'll do. And I gave her a quote based upon, it was a couple-day event, so I said, look, I'll drop it in half and do 2 days for the price of 1 day, basically. And so she agreed, and so I said, okay, we're off and running. What time can I get in set up, and who do I need to see, and so on and so forth. And everything was smooth. And then at the end of the night, when it came time to get paid, something happened. The owners had no clue that I was hired as paid staff when they had a bunch of volunteers come in to volunteer, and here I am trying to get paid, and they're looking at me like, what happened, and so forth. And so the owners were not happy because they didn't want to. They didn't want to not pay me, but they didn't know I was paying, and I wasn't part of the budget originally. So it was a catch-22, and so we negotiated, and I ended up taking even less, but it was a valuable lesson for me that, I normally would, when I do business, normally I would try to always have a contract, especially for doing sound, that I would get a deposit up front and the balance, actually before the event started, once it was set up. But a lot of times when you work with friends, and depending on the situation and depending how it's negotiated, then I may wait till the end or whatever, or get it all at the end based upon knowing the top of the environment or top of the event or whatever it is. And not knowing the people, but going through her, and she's the one that brought me into the deal, I felt like she would have my best interest forward, that she would be the one that I would get the check from, and not even them, because she was the one, the actual one that hired me. She didn't tell me the other part. So what I would suggest you do, what I'm going to do from this point forward, dealing with, especially with friends, non-friends, it's a no-brainer. I get a contract, and there's procedures that we put in place and save gaps to protect myself. I also want to protect them. But with a friend from now on, just to protect myself, even if it isn't a formal contract, what I'm going to do from now on is either an email form or in a written form. It could be a less formal contract if you want to say keep your friendship or whatever. But business is business, and I'm going to, from now on, I think I'll probably do a formal contract, so that way I protect myself and not have the situation to happen. Because in the midst of that, trying to make it right, the event was in Los Angeles, and I forgot some equipment and some things because I was trying to rush to get out there, and I was having some car problems or whatever. But so I had to go, once I set up, because I got there early, I came all the way back out here, which is about 50 miles from where I was, and came all the way back out here to pick up some extra equipment to make sure I could do on and beyond and make sure I do my job the way I wanted to, not knowing what the bands really wanted, but just in my thinking that because I've been doing this a long time, they're going to need certain items that I didn't bring. So I said, man, because I want to do my due diligence, just because I want to do things to excellency and show forth my good works, that glorify my Father in heaven anyway. It's a whole other issue. So I went home and came back on my gas and my time in traffic on a Saturday afternoon. Everybody's going to the beach or going shopping and out and about. So I'm in traffic both ways, going from LA back out this way and vice versa. Did all this work for a whole lot less money. money than what I would have normally negotiated. Now, I'm not saying that to get a pity party. I'm just saying in general that if I would have had a formal contract or some type of agreement that was a state that I'm going to do this for this amount of money, I'm going to do it for this many hours and so forth, that there wouldn't have been this misunderstanding, because all I had to do was present that piece of paper to show that I did the work and that this is what I agreed upon, this is what I agreed upon to get paid, and this is the person who I dealt with, and they could have dealt with her versus me dealing with them. So that's my tip for today. If you're going to work with friends, and I would say anyway, if you're going to do contract work of any kind, I would say get some type of formal agreement or informal agreement that states the work that you're going to do, the time frame you're going to do it in, and then what the outcome is going to be and what the cost is going to be in doing what you're going to do. And if you do that, then you have a better chance of success. There's going to be those that are going to try to beat the system, and even with a contract, they're not going to pay you if you do the work on the back, where you do the work and then on the back end you get paid. That's what it's called, where you, instead of getting paid up front, like some businesses do, or get a deposit or whatever, you get paid when the event's over or when you're done with the work and you present the work, and then they just stiff you. They're going to have those people, and that's part of business, and that's a part of life, and you put that in the loss category. You get to write that off at the end of the year anyway. So, but at the same time, it hurts at the time when you're doing it, because you may have needed the money for whatever reason, and you're doing business in order to make money, not a charitable, not doing something as a charity, which is something entirely different. If you do something as a charity, it's great, no problem. You could donate your time, you could donate your equipment, you could donate your expertise, and you're in the in-kind services that you get a write-off at the end of the year, or to feel good because you're sewing into somebody else's nonprofit or movement or whatever it is. But if you're for-profit and you're working in a company, make sure you get an agreement of some kind to protect yourself, because don't be like me. And I've been in business almost all my life, and I still make mistakes, and that's why I'm doing what I'm doing now, is sharing my good, bad, and indifference, so that way you understand that if you learn from my mistakes, then you don't have to go through the same thing that I went through as far as losing money like I did this weekend. I had a great time, and got some great connections out of it, but at the same time I still had to pay my guy that came with me and paid my gas and time for going out there. So it was a loss, and hopefully it'll end up being a win, because I did do a great job and others saw that, so they may ask, hey, who's that sound guy, and they may hire our company. This is Brian Cochran, and this is our tip for the day. God bless you. If this video has helped you in any way, or if you have other ways that you think that you can accomplish the same thing as far as either contract agreement or how to get an understanding of how to do it, go down below and leave a comment, and I'll greatly appreciate it. If you have other ideas about other videos that I can do for you to help you to grow your business, please let me know. Subscribe if you're on YouTube, and thank you very much, and God bless you. Bye-bye now.